Okay, so we're going to go through some movement with purpose. Now, a lot of speakers are able to use space. Oftentimes we hear feedback like, you used the space well. Now, yes, it's important to use the space, but how you get to those places is very important. This is called movement with purpose. We often see some speakers moving around without a particular reason for the movement. They've got lots of energy and they seem to be pacing around and seeing all different parts of the stage. For example, well, I really love and I'm really passionate about helping people. I think it's great, I love it. And what I really want to start doing is helping more and more people, because I think that what personal development gives people is a real big success and a real thing that people should start using. Now, a lot of that movement is almost the overspill of the energy. They're very passionate about what they want to say, and they can't really control their movements, and their body seems to just throw them in different directions. Now, it's not a huge deal. However, after a while, it can become distracting for your audience, and you seem a little bit less credible as a speaker as well. When you move on the stage, try to use movement with purpose. All that is that you're planning to go somewhere. It doesn't need to have a reason, more of a plan. Like, I want to go over there, so I'm going to pause, take a few steps and move over here. Now, one of the keys to movement with purpose is not walking and talking at the same time. This isn't a rule that applies everywhere all the time, but it helps you to define the movements. So if I was to walk around like this and have some really strong movements, it's a little bit lost in transition, and when I want to move with purpose, it's not felt as much. However, if I'm going to use movement with purpose in that example, maybe walk over here for a little bit and draw the audience to this side, and then maybe move over here as well and think about how that emphasised it. So it's small, it's subtle, maybe theatrical, but when the audience watches you and you have movement with purpose, rather than pacing around, you seem much more credible as a speaker. Now, some tips for when you are moving with purpose. Try to avoid just walking to a position because you're trying to walk there. Try to almost think as if you've got something on your mind, processing information. For example, if I'm trying to move over there, moving with purpose, and I just do this, it's not great, and it feels a bit like I'm just trying to walk there. However, if I'm trying to walk over there, and I use this sort of a walk, when I arrive here, it's almost like I was thinking about something or processing something. So the art of the walk is quite important as well. This will come through practice. Initially, just try to move, avoid turning overly away from your audience, because people at this side, when I'm facing this way, will see my back. It's not good for building rapport. You want to be quite open to your audience most of the time. Now, some simple ways to use movement with purpose at the beginning, if you find it difficult, is just to plan 3 to 4 simple movements. I'll start off in the middle for my first part of my speech, then I'll move to one side of the stage for the next quarter of my speech. I'll move to the opposite side for the third quarter, and then back to the middle to close. You should always want to start and end in the centre. But at least that way you'll have used all of the stage, and after a while it'll become easier to use more movement with purpose within your speeches.